The inaugural World Baseball Classic didn't just launch a new tournament. It ignited the evolution of a global game on its grandest stage yet. 16 nations, 16 flags, players and fans from around the world, united by a sport that belongs not to one nation, but to all. From the first pitch in Tokyo to the final out in San Diego, baseball was celebrated on a scale never before seen. Now, in 2009, fans rally around the Classic as if it were their own. From Mexico City's high-altitude roar, to Toronto's electric energy, to San Juan's Caribbean flair, unrelenting passion. In Tokyo, home crowds thunder, while national fan bases pour in by the thousands. Baseball isn't just being played, it's being lived.
We're gonna make it happen over here. Let's go.
And in this second Classic, rivalries renew. Pressure mounts and the spotlight burns brighter. Unexpected nations rise. New stories unfold. And with one swing, on one unforgettable night, shockwaves ripple through the sport.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Do or die. Do or die. We play this game with pride.
Japan and South Korea headline Pool A in Tokyo. The last time they shared a field in the World Baseball Classic, the atmosphere was staggering. One team walked away heartbroken. The other walked into the championship final. South Korea hasn't forgotten 2006, not their 2 wins over the eventual champs, and not their crushing exit in the semis. Now, the blockbuster rivalry picks back up where it all began, Tokyo, Japan. But first, before the raucous, overcapacity crowd of 43,000, Japan has China to contend with. Future MLB ace Yu Darvish makes his classic debut in style, tossing 4 no-hit innings to kick off Japan's quest for back-to-back titles. But the offense stalls, and China, a team Japan breezed past in 2006, keeps the game tight. Until Japan finally gets the break they need and cashes in. Japan wins, but the dome hums with unease as Ichiro Suzuki goes 0 for 5, leaving Tokyo to wonder if the champs have lost their edge. South Korea comes out hot from the start, lighting up the scoreboard in the first inning against Chinese Taipei. The exclamation point? The Koreans are just as sharp in the field, turning a tournament record 5 double plays, all while turning heads in a decisive 9-0 win. This sets up the rematch 3 years in the making.
This is the matchup we've been waiting for, a win and you're in.
Fans expect a gritty, back-and-forth contest, but instead, Korea goes scoreless for 6 straight innings, while Japan scores in every single inning but one.
That ball is way back and out of here.
After going silent against China, Ichiro comes roaring back with 3 hits, plus a jaw-dropping throw for the ages. The Samurai hero is back, and with a 14-2 victory, suddenly Japan looks dangerous. But South Korea doesn't fold, they reload. In the tournament's first true pressure cooker, the first big elimination game, they are up for 14 runs of their own against China. 11 different players cross the plate as Suk Min Yoon coasts through 6 for the victory. Just 2 days removed from their blowout loss, South Korea gets another crack at Japan, this time for Pool A supremacy. Forget the fireworks. This is a chess match of strategy and nerves.
Well, when this poll set up, you had an idea it was going to come down to these 2 teams, South Korea and Japan, a fierce rivalry. So it's Japan and South Korea. The winner of this one will be the champion of Pool A.
Tae-Kyun Kim breaks the deadlock in the 4th. The bullpen takes it from there, silencing the defending champs and exorcising the ghost of the semifinal that slipped away 3 years earlier.
And South Korea hangs on to win it. The final 1-0 here from the Tokyo Dome.
Call it the opening act of a story South Korea hopes will end in Los Angeles with a long-awaited world title crown. For now, Japan and South Korea leave Tokyo behind, both bound for round 2 in San Diego. Mexico City is built on elevation, but under the glow of the World Baseball Classic, escalation is the name of the game. At 7,300 feet above sea level, the air is thinner, the ball flies farther, and the thunder of the crowd can be deafening. Welcome to Pool B, where altitude and attitude collide. Cuba opens up against a fearless South African squad, but the 2006 runners-up waste no time taking to the air, painting the sky with a tournament record 6 home runs.
They have hit everything.
Frederick Cepeda pulls one deep, not once, but twice. And for an emerging Yoenis Céspedes, consider this his coming out party.
Run number 6. They are loaded.
Now, you feeling it today?
Later that night, more firepower. Australia and Mexico combined for 24 runs, the highest scoring game in World Baseball Classic history. In the first, Luke Hughes and Chris Snelling launch a pair of home run balls.
Big fly, be nice.
Gone, a home run. Australia now, 3-0.
Mexico responds with first inning theatrics of their own.
And that's going to be a grand slam home run. The bombs are bursting in Mexico City.
Mexico pushes ahead 7-4, but the Aussies dig deep, storing back with 13 unanswered runs.
And it is a romp.
By the final out, the island nation piles up a record 22 hits, the most hits in a single World Baseball Classic game.
Australia ends up routing Mexico 17-7.
With a 17-7 upset win to open the tournament, Australia couldn't have drawn it up any better. The momentum carries into a showdown with Cuba. There's just one problem: Aroldis Chapman.
That's 100 miles an hour, and that's strikeout number 4.
The young flamethrower lights up the radar gun, hitting triple digits with ease, each pitch nastier than the last.
Well, when you can throw near 100 miles an hour and then come in with a breaking pitch at 79, say a prayer.
Australia battles to the final out, yet Cuba escapes 5-4. The Aussies still have a path forward, only now it runs back through Mexico.
We're aggressive. That's how we play. That's how we like to play. And I think that's how we're going to attack Mexico tonight.
In the highly anticipated rematch, Mexico arrives hungry, exploding for 7 runs in a single inning, with Karim Garcia going a perfect 4 for 4, including back-to-back homers.
And the hits just keep on coming, and Karim Garcia is sprinting around the bases.
Adrian Gonzalez, Jorge Cantu, the Hairston brothers, they all join in on the action with a fast-paced batting fiesta that ends with 16 runs on the board.
Mexico bounces back off the mat in a big way.
Australia's hot streak has run cold.
This is going to do it. Mexico is on its way to San Diego.
We're talking on the paper this morning, give us a little fire. We just answered right back. We're Mexico, and we're on to the second round, and it's just a thrill to be around my teammates right now. It's a great chemistry.
The elevation leaves its mark on Pool B. Home runs soar, records fall. Havana's heavyweights roll through undefeated, joining host nation Mexico in the tournament's Elite 8. But to keep climbing, they'll have to raise the bar even higher. Because waiting for them in round 2, the defending world champions and a suddenly surging South Korea. Toronto, Canada. Some call it the hockey capital of the world. But for the next 5 days, the ice gives way to the diamond, and baseball takes center stage as the World Baseball Classic heads to the Great White North for the very first time. Team USA arrives with a roster overflowing with MLB talent, yet in their opener against Canada, it's young Cincinnati Red Joey Votto who steals the show.
That one's hit well. Deep right field. Forget about it.
Goodbye. Home run, Joey Votto.
Going 4 for 5 with a home run to help Canada take the early lead. Then comes the 4th, when a pair of MLB All-Stars go yard.
Ripped into right field. This one's hit pretty good. Oh, that one is gone. Sneaks over the wall in right field. We're tied now at 2. Ryan McCann into right field. And this one is gone. shot for Brian McCann. Team USA is up 4-2.
Adam Dunn fouls with a booming two-run blast of his own. Votto's heroics keep the crowd believing until the final out. But the U.S. holds on for a razor-thin 6-5 win.
And that will do it as the Americans survive Canada and hang on for a 6-5 victory.
When you come in these little tournaments, you have to win game one if you want to advance, and we did that today with a close one.
Now the Americans turn to Venezuela for Pool C's first marquee showdown.
Looping one to center field, a base hit. Coming around to score is Marcos Scudero. Venezuela leads it 1-0. Pull to the right side, base hit. Lopez scores.
Venezuela clings to a 3-2 lead late until the bottom falls out. Multiple walks.
He lost him.
Pass balls.
He'll reach.
Singles. Doubles. Home runs. The base paths turned standing room only for Team USA, who let loose with 8 runs in the 6th inning alone. Despite playing from behind most of the night, the Americans finish in front 15-6 and advance to round 2 in Miami.
It's a great feeling. The whole point of the tournament is to win and move on, and we took the first step.
Toronto comes alive for Canada's showdown with Italy. The path is simple: win or the home team goes home. But simple doesn't always mean easy.
Little chopper toward third. Charged by T in one play to first, not in time. A run is in, and the Italians take a 1-0 lead.
Italy scores in each of the first 4 innings.
Diamond deals, and it's lined to left field. Trouble for Weglars. It's past him and up against the wall. Catalanato racing around third. He comes in to score. Italy leads 4-0 against the heavily favored Canadians.
Baby, nice.
By night's end, it's a 6-2 stunner, and Canada becomes the first host nation in World Baseball Classic history to exit in the opening round. For Italy, there's no time to celebrate. They're back on the field the very next day against a determined Venezuela. Adam Ottavino holds the line early, but once he's gone, the dam breaks. With Bobby Abreu and Miguel Cabrera leading the charge, Venezuela rolls to a 10-1 win, sending them through to the next round.
To the left side, this will do it. Venezuela advances to round 2 with a 10-1 victory over Italy.
It is exciting. We're just going to the field, just having in our mind, just going to Miami. So now we've finally been there playing to Miami, so let's see what's going to happen over there.
In Pool C, Toronto fans and a growing global baseball audience are treated to passion, cultural pride, and a few historic twists. And in a city where the slap shot reigns supreme, it's the U.S. and Venezuela moving on to chase their shot at glory. San Juan, Puerto Rico. Here, baseball isn't just played, it's woven into the soul. The drums, the chants, the sea of flags, all converging as the World Baseball Classic arrives in the heart of the Caribbean. The Dominican lineup reads like baseball royalty, overflowing with all-star appearances down the line. But the Netherlands counter power and prestige with precision and poise. Minutes in, the most feared team in the tournament is suddenly on the ropes.
Ball gets away, rolls from Olivo, Kingsale will score, and the Netherlands is on the board first. How about that? Fastball, ground ball up the middle, diving stop, Hanley Ramirez fires it wide to first. Scope will score. Here comes DeCaster, he will score. And the Netherlands have 3 runs in the first inning.
What a shocker here in the first inning for Team Dominican.
Miguel Tejada gets one back in the 4th.
And gone. Miguel Tejada sneaks one out.
Then in the 9th, the Dominicans threaten again until...
2-2, runner goes, outside, Janssen's throw, he is out at third base!
MLB stolen base king Willie Taveras is gunned down by Netherlands catcher Kenley Jansen in unbelievable fashion.
Hanley Ramirez runs, breaking ball, strike 3 called, it's over! The Netherlands beats the Dominican! How about that? Maybe the biggest win in the history baseball for the Netherlands.
The Dutch pulls off one of the biggest shockers in World Baseball Classic history. While Game 1 delivers a Hollywood plot twist, Puerto Rico stays on script against Panama. Pudge Rodriguez leads the way, perfect at the plate, 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs.
Drive to right. What a night! Pudge Rodriguez, his second homer. And the party is just starting in San Juan. Crowd trying to get Rodriguez out for the curtain call, and there it is.
The scoreboard matches the performance with Puerto Rico blanking Panama 7-0, looking every bit like a team built to run the table in San Juan. For Panama, there's no time to regroup, not with an elimination game looming against the Dominican squad with something to prove.
One team stays, one goes home. Next in the World Baseball Classic.
Miguel Olivo goes deep twice. Robinson Cano, Nelson Cruz, Jose Bautista, they all join in the hit parade. The Dominicans come roaring back to form, unloading a 9-0 statement on Panama, a loud reminder of exactly who they are.
I pop up, and this will do it. The elimination game has eliminated Panama. And the Dominican Republic bounces back from one of the biggest upsets in international baseball history.
At the other end of the pool, Puerto Rico and the Netherlands collide in a clash of unbeatens. The Dutch strikes first and carry a narrow lead into the 8th. But Yadier Molina swings the game for Puerto Rico with a 2-run double.
And Puerto Rico finally breaks through.
Fue algo bien emocionante frente de tu familia, frente de tu gente, algo pues bien emocionante.
Puerto Rico advances, moving one step closer to their first World Classic title. As for the Dutch, they're not done yet. They enter a winner-go-home rematch with the Dominicans that has San Juan talking. But Ubaldo Jimenez saves his talking for the field, ringing up a tournament record 10 strikeouts.
That is number 10, and that is a World Baseball Classic record.
While Pedro Martinez turns in 3 perfect frames of relief, 9 innings come and go without a single run scored.
And on we go in the rain in San Juan, still scoreless.
This all changes in extra innings, now tied 1-1 with Netherlands at the plate.
Ground ball off the glove of Ibar! They did it! They win it! The Netherlands is going to Miami!
With a walk-off win to remember, the Dutch advanced to round 2 for the first time ever.
I'm extremely proud of these 28 guys. The most important thing is that we play together. It's a dream come true.
The Dominicans chopped down once again by the tournament's unexpected Cinderella team. In San Juan, the rhythm of the island carries 2 nations into round 2. Puerto Rico living up to its home field fire, and the Netherlands pulling off a pair of electrifying surprises. Now, both teams leave the Caribbean stage with championship aspirations burning brighter than ever. The Classic is back on U.S. soil, back to where some say the story left off. 3 years earlier, at San Diego's Petco Park, the very first World Baseball Classic champions were crowned. For Japan, a global triumph. For Cuba, a loss that still lingers. What better way to open round 2 than with a championship rematch? Same nations, same field, different feel. Aroldis Chapman brings the heat.
Inside and high. That'll get your attention. 101 miles an hour.
Triple digits flashing, jaws dropping as he erases base runners with ease.
Here's a 2. Oh, they got another pickoff. To perfection.
But once Chapman exits, the momentum shifts.
In his first at-bat, and it gets past Barrendo, and a run scores. Pistano could not handle it.
Japan scores 6, including 1 from Ichiro, who, despite his struggles, drives in Seattle teammate Koji Jojima.
And in to score is Jojima.
Daisuke Matsuzaka delivers another masterclass. 6 shutout innings. Flawless command. 3 years removed from winning tournament MVP, Daisuke looks ready to run it back.
Call strike 3.
But for now, he'll take a spotless 6-0 win over Cuba.
Daisuke, he's completed his day's work. No run. 5 hits, no walks, and 8 Ks.
Meanwhile, South Korea opens against a tough and battle-tested Mexico team. Mexico jumps in front early.
2-0 lead.
But Bum-Ho Lee and Tae-Kun Kim answer with a pair of home run blasts.
That's a deep fly ball to left field. That's way back. And at the wall, it is gone. A home run.
Then a brilliant double steal sets the table for another RBI from Kim.
And there's a drive into left field. And that's fair, and that's 2 more runs.
Final score, Korea 8, Mexico 2. Less than 24 hours later, Mexico is fighting for survival against an explosive Cuban squad. It's the same Cuban squad that beat them 4 days earlier. But same as with every game here in San Diego, Team Mexico fans flood the stadium, erupting into a frenzy when Adrian Gonzalez ties it up in the 4th.
And this ball game is tied at 2-2 as Gonzalez crosses with the 2nd run.
Then Yoenis Céspedes changes everything.
That's going to go all the way to the wall. Céspedes scores. Doriel to score. Going for 3. Céspedes will be in with a stand-up triple. And a blow-the-barn doors off hit. A 7-2 lead for Cuba.
The tide shifts, and Cuba never looks back.
Cuba has won it by a score of 7-4.
Next up, Japan and South Korea collide for now a 3rd time this tournament.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
It's their highest stakes clash yet.
당연히 우리가 4강 이상 또 우승까지도 할 수 있는 전력이라고 국민들은 기대를 많이 하고 있고요.
Win and you're bound for the semifinals. Lose and you're staring down Cuba in a critical elimination game. In his much anticipated U.S. debut, Japan's Yu Darvish gets off to a rocky start.
That's going to be in the left field for a base hit. Young will score. Kim is coming. A 2 RBI single and a 3-0 lead for South Korea.
He does regain his footing, striking out 7 across 5 innings. But the damage is already done as South Korea claims a 2nd straight victory over the defending champs.
Strike 3 called. South Korea is going to LA.
And with it, a coveted spot in the tournament's Final 4. Japan enters its first elimination game against a Cuban team desperate for runs. Yet not even another Céspedes triple can make a dent on the scoreboard.
Céspedes is going to try for 3. He will get a triple.
Norichika Aoki, meanwhile, goes 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Just 1 hit shy of matching Cuba's entire offensive all by himself.
That's going to be a base hit. That'll get a run in. Aoki gets his 4th hit and 2nd RBI of this game.
Japan rolls 5-0.
Got him. Swing and a miss with the ball in the dirt to end the inning.
Another shutout. Another statement as Cuba is sent packing.
And Japan is going to the semifinals in Los Angeles.
Now, one last piece of business remains. Japan versus South Korea, Part 4. Both teams are advancing to LA, but Pool 1 bragging rights still up for grabs.
This is the final game of the 2nd round for the right to say #1 heading into LA out of this pool.
Korea's Hyun-Soo Kim does his part to make it 3 straight wins over Japan, opening with an RBI double.
Well, that one taken down the left field side. That's towards the wall. It'll take the high hop up and over. It's a double and a 1-0 lead.
Japan answers to take a 2-1 lead.
That ball in the air to right field, not deep. Long run, Lee coming. Can't get it. Bloop single down the right field line, and Japan's got a 2-1 lead.
But Bum-Ho Lee evens it with his 3rd home run of the tournament.
가운데 잘 쳤어요. 자, 중견수 뒤로 갑니다. 넘어갔어요. 홈런이에요. 이범호 중앙선로 홈런.
A Korea comeback win feels very much in the cards. Only tonight, it's Japan holding the better hand.
Up the middle, and that is a base hit. 1 run will score. They will hold the 2nd runner. Ball bobbled. That will allow the 2nd run to score.
The defending champs take Pool 1 to even the tournament series with Korea at 2 wins apiece.
And this game's over. A 6-2 win for Japan. They will come out of this pool as #1.
If these rivals cross paths again in LA for an unprecedented 5th time, it'll be with everything on the line. Everywhere you look, the signs say Miami, but feel the electricity around Dolphin Stadium, and you'd swear we were still in San Juan. Puerto Rico's undefeated run has lit a fire under a fan base now pouring into Miami, hoping the magic keeps on rolling. Their first test of the second round, Derek Jeter and Team USA. It's supposed to be a home game for the Americans, but by first pitch, the stadium and momentum belonged to Puerto Rico. Before the U.S. can even settle in, they're down 6-0. Felipe Lopez goes off.
The power coming from an unexpected source. And Puerto Rico has opened up a 4-0 lead.
Pudge Rodriguez catches fire.
Rodriguez into second, and it's 7-1.
And if your first name's Carlos, you had a day. Delgado drives in a pair. Well, Beltran goes 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a home run.
A towering fly ball.
By the final out, the scoreboard says it all as Puerto Rico topples the U.S. 11-1 in their own backyard.
We have a tremendous group of guys in the clubhouse, and right now I'm enjoying it, and I'm just going to do my best to make this thing all the way to the final.
The loss puts Team USA 1 game from elimination. Standing in their path are tournament kingslayers, the Dutch, having already triumphed over the powerhouse Dominicans twice.
They did it! They win it! Down goes the Dominican!
The confident Dutch can already sense another upset. But Team USA's Jimmy Rollins, fresh off a World Series run with the Phillies, has other plans.
Ball is ripped. Right field, way back, and out of here. Home run, Jimmy Rollins. The littlest guy on the field will touch them all. Rollins hits that well left center field. Kingsale can't get it. That one's going to roll past him. Look out. Rollins has himself a triple, and the U.S. leads it 4-0.
The Dutch battle back, 12 hits, a couple of scares.
That one is out of here. Wow.
But the Americans survive, knocking off the Netherlands 9-3.
That field tonight, huh?
From surviving to 2 teams thriving, red-hot Venezuela takes on crowd-favored Puerto Rico. Loser faces Team USA in a must-win elimination game. Winner advances to the tournament's Final 4. An early bloop single puts Venezuela ahead.
Slap past the diving Cora. Here comes Abreu and Venezuela on top 1-0.
While Puerto Rico can't get out of their own way.
Runner goes, bouncer out to second, and it hit Rios.
The rule is a runner hit by a batted ball without being on a base is out. And that clearly hit him.
And they have just ruled that Rios was hit by the ball, and he is out.
Yeah, and that's the correct call.
Then comes more drama. Ramon Hernandez drives one to the wall.
This ball's pretty well hit. Way back. That one is off the wall. Racing for third, Hernandez. It's a triple.
It's ruled a triple, but was it gone? No one seems sure. So for the first time in World Baseball Classic history, enter instant replay. What's supposed to bring calm and clarity brings confusion.
I'm surprised it's taking this long.
Yeah, and that was one of the concerns when they implemented it in Major League Baseball, that it would be a quick resolution.
After a delay, the umpires rule it the old-fashioned way.
And let's see what they say. Ball went over the wall, it's a home run. For Ramon Hernandez, it was worth the wait.
Venezuela wins it 2-0 and takes their seat alongside Japan and South Korea at the champions table. And with 1 spot remaining, it all comes down to Puerto Rico versus the United States. Backed by a deafening crowd and carrying the swagger of already beating the Americans in the pool, Puerto Rico locks in from the start.
Up the middle, Jeter off his glove. Here comes Rios, huge run.
They lead 5-3 heading into the bottom of the 9th. But Team USA isn't going quietly. Shane Victorino slaps one to right. Roberts singles.
Line drive, base hit center field.
Rollins walks.
Inside ball 4, they are loaded, and the winning run is on base.
And Euclid brings the game to within 1.
Ball 4, he walked in a run.
Now, bases loaded, crowd on its feet. David Wright steps in.
Swinging a little flare to right. Fair ball. Here comes Roberts. Rollins behind him, and the U.S. going to Los Angeles. What a comeback. And David Wright is the hero.
Walk-off, redemption, mayhem.
That was awesome. To be able to dogpile in March, that's pretty cool. It's a special feeling to put his jersey on.
The Americans stun Puerto Rico in comeback fashion, and for the first time, Team USA advances to the championship round, bound for Los Angeles, alongside Venezuela, both pressing on with championship hopes in their sight. The scene shifts to Los Angeles, a city where the stars shine brightest. 4 teams remain, each chasing their own Hollywood ending. Japan, Venezuela, South Korea, and the United States.
Put on that jersey and represent your country. I mean, there's really no better feeling.
1 defending champion, 2 international powers, and 1 home team, shouldering a nation's expectations as high as the LA skyline. All 4 hoping to script the perfect sequel to the tournament that crowned Japan World Baseball champions just 3 years earlier. The semifinal round opens with Venezuela and South Korea.
They play fundamental baseball, and that's important, you know. But the one thing that got me all right or relaxed is we play real good baseball right now, too.
It's a matchup that feels anything but even.
From Valencia.
One dugout loaded with Major League stars. The other built on homegrown grit, national pride, and the memory of falling short in this very game in 2006.
Japan has beaten Korea at long last.
But when the curtain rises, it's South Korea at center stage. 10 batters, 5 runs, 1 opening act of peak baseball theater. Shin-Soo Choo lights up the California sky with a 3-run moonshot.
Takes that one to center field, got all of it. Chavez going back, warning track wall. Goodbye, home run! Shin-Soo Choo, a 3 RBI homer.
선수의 이제 시즌 홈런 리그의 결정타가 아닌가 이렇게 생각합니다.
While Tae-Kyun Kim launches an absolute no-doubter.
And he lifts it to left field. Oh, Lordy! Goodbye, home run!
Venezuela can't keep pace.
Hernandez knocked down, got a chance. Got him! Oh, mercy!
A brief spark in the 3rd, a solo shot in the 7th, but that's where it ends.
Warning track, wall, goodbye, home run. There's the long ball they've been looking for all night.
Miguel Cabrera, the reigning AL home run king, watches his nation's quest come to an end.
Runner not going, pick off at first, they got him, ball gets away and a run's gonna score.
He exits with 6 home runs, the 2nd most in tournament history.
Oh my goodness, wow, a la calle.
As for South Korea, for the first time ever, they're heading to the World Baseball Classic Championship Final.
결승 진출.
대단합니다. 대한민국. 말로 표현할 수가 없어요.
Congratulations to South Korea. They moved to the final on Monday night.
Now the spotlight shifts to the captain, Derek Jeter, leading Team USA into its first tournament semifinal. Their opponent, the defending world champions. Still, the Americans believe the moment belongs to them.
Well, act like it's October then. No, I'm sorry. Scratch that. Act like it's November.
On just the game's 2nd pitch, instant offense.
Against Matsuzaka. That one to center field. Fukudome, it's carrying. Oh, goodbye, home run! Brian Roberts with a leadoff homer off Daisuke, and U.S. takes a 1-0 lead.
David Wright adds an RBI double, and by the 4th, it's 2-1 USA.
Right center field. Where's the wind going to take this? Fukudome back off the base of the wall. Rollins will come around to score. Wright with a double and a 2-1 USA lead.
Japan responds with a flurry of hits, enough to turn a 1-run deficit into a 5-run statement inning.
Damn, they quick, ain't they?
Speed, speed, speed.
It's crazy how they do it.
Down but not out. The U.S. makes a push. Mark DeRosa's double cuts to within 2.
Down the left field line. Braun will score. And here comes McCann to score. Into third goes DeRosa. They have cut that lead in half. 6-4 Japan.
But Japan stays cool, calm, and composed.
Right center field. That's in there for a hit. Adam Dunn picks it up. Another run has scored.
They tack on 3 more. And by the 9th, Yu Darvish is called to close the curtain.
That's in there, and Japan's going to defend their title tomorrow night with a 9-4 win over USA.
Final score, Japan 9, USA 4. It's the Americans' deepest run yet in the World Baseball Classic. But it still isn't enough. From drama in San Diego to excitement in Miami to stars shining in LA, it all comes down to 2 familiar foes, Japan and South Korea. Their 5th meeting of the tournament.
Strike 3 called. South Korea's going to LA.
2 wins apiece.
6-2 win for Japan. They will come out of this pool as number 1.
Now, one final battle. Will it be a sequel fit for a dynasty or a comeback story built for the spotlight? One tournament, 16 nations, 38 games. But before the final credits roll, there's game 39.
Tonight, Los Angeles. This is no chance meeting or an international love affair. It is more like a collision course, a battle for supremacy.
Japan versus South Korea, this time for a world championship.
当初から始まる前からどのチームにとってもこれはタフな戦いになるというふうに思っていたことはもう想像通りです。これはかなり近い。
It is going to be the 5th meeting in this classic between these 2 teams.
But most importantly, it's a showcase of national pride.
Ichiro talking about the name across the front of his jersey. Taekwon Kim talking about we've gained the respect, but we still want to win the championship.
And what better way to celebrate this convergence of culture than with a pregame ceremony fit for Hollywood?
The pregame ceremonies have been absolutely spectacular. Now it's time for baseball.
From the opening pitch to the final out, fans are on their feet. Players line the dugout railings, hearts rising and sinking with every pitch.
1、2塁間だ、抜けた、日本1点先取しました。侍ジャパン、小笠原の先制タイムリーが出ました。
The back and forth between these teams over the last 16 days.
Japan, Korea battling for the championship in this 09 World Baseball Classic.
Like Hisashi Iwakuma's 4-seam fastball, it's been explosive. But even the most brilliant performances have that one pitch you'd like to have back. As the Asian powers battle at the plate, it's the masterful defense on both sides that keep the scoring in check.
Gonna go for 2. Here's the throw on the money. And he is out. His way back at the wall and caught. Shin-Soo Choo swung on a miss. Chance for 2. The tag. Threw him out. Chance for 2. There's 1 and double play. Unbelievable double play turn. There was no way they were going to get 2 on that ground ball.
Not until the 7th inning do the defending champs regain the lead.
ナイスバッティングだ。均衡を破りました。2対1。なおノーアウトランナー1塁2塁。西武ライオンズコンビで均衡を破りました。
Then followed up with an insurance run in the 8th. But in the bottom half, South Korea closes the gap.
Sack fly, RBI, Lee scores. It's a 3-2 game.
ending a brilliant performance by Hisashi Iwakuma.
What a performance. He goes 7 2/3 innings, giving up only 4 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts.
This sets the stage for tournament breakout star Yu Darvish in the bottom of the 9th.
He is a bright, shining, young star. He has really lit it up wherever and whenever he has pitched. But in his young career, maybe no more important an outing than what he makes right here.
With the heroic Hollywood ending about to play out for Japan, South Korea flips the script.
유인구 조심해야 됩니다. 3구.
3구 아니에요. 빠지시죠. 이쪽으로. 들어왔어요. 네. 이범호.
Top of the 10th, tie game. 2 on, 2 outs, 2 strikes. At the plate,
here is Ichiro.
The legend who carried Japan in 2006, but has struggled throughout this classic.
2 singles, 2 for 4 in the ball game, a .238 average on the classic so far.
Now the weight of a nation rests on his shoulders.
센터에抜けた. 均衡を破った1人ホームイン. 岩村も帰ってきた. イチロー4安打. 侍ファンのリーダーイチローの延長10回の2点タイムリーツーベースヒットが出ました。
Now just 3 outs away from back-to-back championships, Japan once again turns to Yu Darvish.
Yu Darvish, the 22-year-old, is on to try now to get a win.
It feels like deja vu from just 1 inning prior. Same mound, same pressure. 2 outs, 1 pitch away.
決まった。侍ジャパン2連覇なる。日本力を発揮しました。
Japan wins 5-3 in an instant classic.
Ichiro, a 4-hit ball game, by far his best game of this classic when they needed it most.
For the 2nd straight tournament, they stand alone atop the baseball world.
Please welcome Daisuke Matsuzaka.
Daisuke Matsuzaka is flawless once again. 3-0 in the tournament, the only player to win a 2nd World Baseball Classic MVP.
そう多くの人が経験できることじゃないですし、また得ることのできることじゃないので、自分は本当についてる運のいい人間だなと。
Japan claims its Hollywood ending.
A picture this team will treasure forever.
But as the lights dim at Dodger Stadium, the echoes of 2009 linger. The celebrations, the upsets, the unforgettable moments that redefine the global game. Now, the next chapter awaits. Japan won't just defend a crown, their fan base will chase something greater. A shot at history. A chance to cement a dynasty. But standing in their way, 15 other hungry nations, all eager to seize a world championship they can claim as their own and carry as part of their national identity.